I want to give all praises. Glory and honor to Yahweh Hashem Shai, double honor to Prophet great millstone that were well. Salutations to the Archangels, word, spirit, and truth, and blessings to the elect. And 1/3 of Israelites scattered worldwide, predestined to be saved. Alright, brother Carl, come with another video, and I'm doing it from inside the hospital because told brothers and sisters who are in this truth, who listen to videos, and that I'm gonna have a knee replacement surgery, and I've had it now, so thank God. It's been cancelled about 4 times because of the pandemic and bad blood tests and this and that. Because when you are put in a foreign body in a new body like mine, they're basically taking out my knee, what's left of it, and then putting in an artificial one. Screws, clamps, all this kind of stuff. That's just a big operation. So there was anytime there was blood tests that looked a bit dodgy, kidney function is not high, or white blood cell count was low. White blood cells is about your your resolution to drugs. They would cancel it. But hey, I had faith in the Lord. I knew it would happen, and it happened. Today's like what, Thursday, June 29th. I had it on I came in on Thursday, and then the next day, Friday, I had the operation. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it was painful. Waking up, it was very painful. And insult to injury, I knew something like this might have happened, because it happens to a lot of people with sickle cell, that my pain management after the surgery, which is very important, was non-existent, because the cancellations meant that some department didn't forward the files to this department. So when I was in intensive care for half a day, which was planned, and in intensive care I had an Edomite nurse, and she was a cold-hearted woman, man. I'm not saying she's not a good nurse, but let me give an example. Her own patient, she had 2 patients, and one of them was next to me. His name was Jason. And basically, in the ICU, if you're totally knocked out, they will put a catheter in. A catheter is what takes your urine. But number 2, you have a catheter for number 2. If you're really bad, some kind of coma or whatever, they'll put you in that, and that will get rid of the excrement in your colon, which is a good thing. But obviously we're not that bad, so if you need to go to number 2, the nurse needs to help you, commode and all this stuff, which is it's not nice, just that, but what can we do? And basically the guy that was nurse, I'm about to shit myself, and his nurse said, she went, "Hold up, give me 5 minutes, I'm coming." 5 minutes. Incredible. As soon as I saw that, it's not us. I just thought to myself, this woman's cold. Because I'm about to crap myself. And when she said, "Give me 5 minutes," she was talking to another nurse. And from what I could hear, it wasn't really anything important. Do you get what I mean? It wasn't, about another patient or whatever. It wasn't nothing important, nothing big, But that's the way the NHS, the National Health Service, is going, and that's the way our people with sickle cell have been treated. Okay? Now, I'm going to play this clip. There's an Israelite girl from England, my neck of the woods, and her experiences with sickle cell, and I'm going to catch some scriptures so you brothers and sisters can be edified, because at the end of the day, this country and all the countries around the world now, alright, know who you Israelites are. Alright? They know. So I'm going to play this, and I'm going to come back with some scriptures. Alright?
Tell me about that. One of those days when the hope was gone, but then you recovered it somehow. How did you get it back?
It's like really embarrassing that I have had rock bottom again recently. And I feel ashamed. And I feel dirty. And equally as embarrassed as when I have to admit that I'm in pain and I need pain relief. And I sat at home, in my house, on a sucky drug called Prozac that just didn't happen to work for me. It works for some, it doesn't work for others. I kind of wanted to go outside and walk out to the main road, and I didn't want to be run over by a car. I kind of wanted to go out there and just put my head underneath like somebody's tire. So it wouldn't hurt. And it scared me. I was sitting in my kitchen and the knives look awfully tempting, you know, and it looked really tempting, and the idea of my whole head going smush like a pumpkin, you know. And then that's it. Nobody remembers what we came from, and nobody's come back to tell me what I'm going to. For all the times I fought, and times my parents fought for me, thought it wasn't fair. But I kind of didn't care about what was fair anymore. I didn't like it, and I don't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to do it anymore this morning either. My mum came in, she did my hair, she brought my dress, and she brought me tights. She brought me some makeup, and last night, even when she was tired and her back hurt, and she worked long shifts, she comes in to see me. You know, they get home at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they eat, they go to bed. They wake up at 4 or 5, they go to work. Then she makes sure she's here to see me, and Daddy makes sure they're here to see me at about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and spend as much time with me. And they have to turn around and leave me in a ward that they don't want to. And every evening they have to smile, they have to hug me, they have to wave, and they have to tell me to keep my chin up and keep trying.
Is that what brings you back from these low moments?
It just makes me kind of shaky. Like, I'm kind of trying not to cry.
No, I'm sorry.
Because I don't like to cry in front of people.
You okay?
I'm okay. It's kind of hard.
Well, let's go the other way. Tell me, you're 21, and so I made you go low. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
Let's bring you up a little bit, and I'm going to turn the tables on you because you were asking me these questions. So, 21 years, best day of your life so far. Best one ever. The one when you think about that was the best one. Tell me about it.
It's hard. I mean, like I said, you know, my mom came in this morning. I didn't feel pretty. I felt ugly. I felt stupid because I've not been in school for a while, and you know, and unfortunately, I'm one of those perfectionists that needs that grade in front of it to like, I mean, it's kind of silly to kind of validate my own existence, you know. I look stupid because I got an A, you know. And I've kind of not had that for a while, and I felt stupid, and I felt lame.
See, and that's what the enemy wants us to do. He wants us to feel this way, you know. He wants us to think that we're nothing. So that's why he puts nothing into treatment, nothing into research. He puts the bare minimum, you know? And you have to understand, as I said before, sickle cell is a condition that is exclusively, only our people get it, all right? No matter where they are, our people get it. Now it goes back to the curses. All right. Definitely goes back to the curses. Deuteronomy 28. Let's go there. On verse 19. Alright, Deuteronomy 28, verse 19. Now remember, sickle cell is a genetic condition. Alright, this is Deuteronomy 28, verse 19. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed thou shalt be when thou goest out. So when you're born, you're going to be cursed. You know, especially if you're Israelite with sickle cell, because you're going to have pain. You're going to have people looking at you, you know, ask you questions like, why is your eyes yellow? Because you got jaundice, this, that, and the other. And cursed I'll be when it goes out, you know. So if you're in a hospital fighting for your life, in intensive care, you know, a lot of times families say we're praying for a miracle. The miracle is them basically, you know, passing away. Because the day of one's death is better than the day of one's birth. Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes chapter 7. Alright? So, but he said those things. Some more questions. And you have to understand that this is what the enemy wants. And really, this is what the Lord wants. The Lord is showing us, look, when you do things without me, this is what happens. This is what I'm going to give you, which is nothing. Alright? Which is nothing. So why is all these things happening to us? Alright? Deuteronomy 20 verse 20. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke. Alright? Rebuke. Not embrace. Rebuke in all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do until thou be destroyed. Okay? So whatever you set your foot at, a business or whatever, especially if you've got sickle cell, and people with sickle cell or Israelites, the Lord is not going to make it be successful, you know, until thou be destroyed, until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, of thy doings, and it's crazy, you know. Let's see now. So anything you put your hand to, and until thou perish quickly. Now why is this happening to us? Because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. So I know that all these things are happening to me because I've forsaken the Lord. I'm paying for it now. Okay? I'm paying for it now. And that's where reincarnation comes into it. Okay? Reincarnation is one of the mysteries in the Bible, man. Alright? That's why the Lord says, give it unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Unto them it is not given. So we, in this truth, are, we are watchmen, but we're in a privileged position because I know why I have this knee replacement. I know why I'm suffering. Many of our people don't. And you saw from that clip that girl contemplated putting her head next to a car tire and just allowing the car to roll over her and just kill her. That's how deep the situation our people are in and the hell they're going through. Now, there's a video I want to show you quickly. Let's see now. History. And remember, we're scattered in all nations, right? All nations.
Albert is the leader of...
And we're scattered in all nations. Remember that. All nations, man. Okay? And it was the same back then as well. Let's look now. Gone. James. See? James chapter 1, verse 1. James, a servant of Yahweh, of the Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, on, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. So Israelites were scattered back then, and they're scattered now. Alright? Okay? And one of the places they're scattered in is Kenya. Alright? Let's watch this clip.
Crop top, where are you? It says if I grin. Oh, I think I'm rainforest.
My name is Leah. I may look like a normal 20-something.
God, I hate dealing with this.
But my life is often consumed by illness.
Pain every day. They have no medication. They have nothing. Oh, it's too much sometimes.
Now, can you imagine? For us here in the West, it's bad enough. But at least we get medications for free. Over there, you don't get nothing for free. Alright? And really, we're not getting it for free. We're paying it through our taxes. Do you get what I'm saying? But, horrible, man. And I've been in that situation where I've had pain and I've overused medication. I've had nothing. I said, God, you get me through, It's hard to get a grasp of when us brothers in this truth go home off the camp, the suffering that we are enduring. Do you know what I mean? It's hard, very hard. Very hard. So that's why this whole truth and brotherly love is very important. And what happened the other day is, the pain eventually got controlled, but my doctor team, personally, basically, I agree with them that, look, the pain regime that we're going to have, can we keep it the same? Then maybe tomorrow, we'll change. Because they will give me painkillers every 2 hours, and that weren't even touching the pain. And then a dose in between that, which is called breakthrough painkiller, which will be a lower dose. And it was starting to work for me, It was starting to actually work. I was ecstatic. And then an hour later, after I saw my doctors, my nurse said that they've taken off all the pain breakthrough that I could have. Now, why would I sign up for that? And ever since they did that, I've not seen that team. They've not come back to see me. You see? And I'm thinking to myself, oh, is it me, this, that, and the other? But you know what? It's the Lord's will. And the Lord got me through anyway. But let's get scripture on that. Because you have to understand that this man he's a serpent, he's a devil, man. And his woman is the same. They're just the same, even worse. So in anything we have to do, we have to go to our enemies, man. For everything. Okay? Let's see, 28. Excuse me, 32. That's it. 34. No, so that one. That's it. 38 vineyards. There you go. Verse 46. No, it's not that one. That's it. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. So our enemies we're serving in hunger and in thirst. So if you want water and in nakedness, clothes, who runs the clothes industry? They do. And in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, I shall be destroyed. Huh? There you go. So we have to go to our enemies for one of all things, even when it comes to this health issue, and in all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon the neck till thou be destroyed. Okay, and you saw this lady, and she's an Israelite woman, man. Okay.
Approximately 1,000 people are born every day in Africa with sickle cell. I have sickle cell disease. Up to 90% of us die before the age of 5.
Wow.
Our government do little to help us.
There you go, man.
And I'm advocating to those in power to change that.
See, so we have to go to them and more or less beg, but we have an intermediary, and that intermediary is Yahweh Shai, man. Alright? Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Not begging this devil for anything, man. Let him do what he wants, man. He gonna pay for the wickedness that he's been doing unto us, man. Whether you coconuts like it or not. You know? I am the truth. Because at the end of the day, nothing else is going to save us. Alright? No one else, man. Not Martin Luther King, not Malcolm X. And most of your heroes are set up anyway. How about that? Behind closed doors, they're doing deals with the enemy, man. So they're controlled opposition. Alright, John 14:6. Yahweh saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So he is the intermediary. So since I've been in this hospital, doing all this stuff and going through these things, that's all I've been doing, is asking Yahshua to intercede on my behalf. Okay? Now, I'm going to get one more scripture and we're going to close. I'm going to do another video as well, because I want you to show you the surgery they did and how swollen my knee is. But this is all for edification, because at the end of the day, there's greater evils coming up on this earth. So we can't, we always love our head down and this, that, and the other sometimes. Oh man, I'm catching hell. Worse is coming. So these things that we're catching hell and all that has to be nipped and put in to bed. Okay? Because worse things are coming on this earth, man. Okay? Gird up our loins like a what? Like a man, man. Alright? Like a man. Okay? And rather than you coconuts putting all energy into loving these people that are destroying your people, why don't you put that energy into loving Yahweh Hashem Yahshai? You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, man. It just annoys me. Anyway, let me get a scripture. And you can pray and ask the Lord for anything. See here. And that's the beautiful thing about this truth is, I remember it's like not a day ago, but a couple of days ago, I was really drowsy, really sick, pain and stuff like that. And I looked, and the Lord made it where in this hospital ward they gave me my own room. And I turned to the left, and out of the window I saw 4 lights. 4 lights. This is pitch black dark now, 3 a.m. in the morning, and I saw 4 lights, man. I said, shit, it's that chariot. You know, if it is, it's all good. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's a sign. Okay? And you have to be observant to these things, because when I was screaming in pain and agony, you know, because the pain was uncontrolled, and the Elamite doctor came in, and he started holding my hand, and he looked at me, and he said, he can call me by my government name, and he said, listen, have faith. All right, have faith. And he kept saying, have faith. What of that, man? Oh gosh, I'm telling you. Yeah. This is remember that song? Life is a roller coaster, you gotta ride it. You know, at least, but the end part of our roller coaster is going up. You Edomites, your end part of the roller coaster, you're gonna go down, man, into the abyss. Yeah, man. And hopefully Leviathan will be down there in the abyss with his mouth open to eat you up, man. Vermin that you are. Matthew 7 and 7. Matthew chapter 7 verse 7. Ask, and it shall be given unto you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and it shall be open unto you. So I'm asking for healing, and I'm going to get it. This Elamite doctor kept saying, have faith. Have faith. I could barely open my eyes because of the pain. He looked at me and said, have faith. All right? You know, he kept saying it. And then afterwards, the nurse looking after me, her name was called Grace. And she said to me, call me by my government name. She said, just pray. You know? And this is after my great team over here in the hospital took away all my medications. I'm crazy. And now they're back on now, but it's something. So, that's what we have to do, ask, and we should have to receive, and we need to believe it, okay? So I looked at those as signs, and basically, I know that my healing is coming. It's there. It's in the heavens, just when the Lord manifests it. Does that mean I just sit back and chill? And chillax? No. Work, baby. Even when we're in hospital, work, alright? Alright? Hebrews chapter 1 verse 11. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So if I went to my doctor and said, listen, I'm going to be healed of sickle cell, she probably, her first reaction would be like, what are you talking about? Or I'll express it, God's going to heal me, this, that, and the other. Alright, I'll see you next week. And then, as soon as I go out of the room, she'll go on the phone and say, security, I think you need to, arrest this man. He's having a psychotic episode. Good. Well, we're fools for you, how shall I say? It don't matter to me. So it's the faith of evidence of things not seen, man. Okay? But these are promises in the Bible. It's just gonna happen. Okay? So let's see. Verse 2. Alright? And it says, for by it the elders obtained a good report. So our forefathers had a good record, a good report from Yahweh Shem Yeshai because they believed. Okay? They believed. Alright? With all their heart, with all their soul, man. Okay? Now let's go to the main one and we're gonna close. I'm sorry I'm a bit slow. Medications and all this stuff. But hey, we gotta do. Hebrews 11 and 6. But without faith it's impossible to please him. So it's impossible to please the Yahweh Shem Yeshai if you don't have faith in him. Alright? For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he's the existing one, and he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So that's what I'm in the process Okay? So I'm going to do another video, but I'll leave it at that for now. Okay? I hope you guys were edified. And anyone that's got sickle cell or any other illness, don't worry about it, man. The Lord's got your back as long as you're in His truth. He has my back, man. Oh my gosh. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let me see there. Alright. So. And there's loads of these kind of videos, man. Alright? So if you want to understand what we go through, just click on a couple, you know? Rather than click on rap battles and all this stuff, you know, and be immersed in the suffering of your people. It will give you it will give you, you know, like when the John the Baptist used to dunk people in water, the full immersion. We need to dunk ourselves in His truth and dunk ourselves in the oppression of our people and think to ourselves, you know, hang on, what have we done to these these crackerjacks for them to be so wicked towards us? Yeah. Okay. So we have this one. Loads of videos here. You know? Loads. I think I've seen this one before, but
one of these emergency room doctors who's not really listening. How does that make you feel?
Invisible. Very invisible.
you know?
It makes me feel like I'm in, like, what are doctors for? It makes me think, what is your job? If I'm just sitting here
Yep.
and act like you don't want to treat the actual disease of the person who's actually in pain, give them the drugs. If you can't tell, I don't want to be in pain because someone else is addicted to drugs.
And that's the stigma, and that's the stereotype. And where did it come from? It came from the devil, man. It came from the devil. So the ones that you use coconuts that are sticking up for this man, alright, you're going to perish with him. Believe that, man. Alright? Well, praises to Yahweh, Shemiyah Shai, double honors, Apostle El's great millstone. Double well, salutations to Akim. This is your words of sharing truth. And blessings to the acts. And the 1/3 Israelites scattered worldwide, predestined to be saved. Stay strong, stay in the Lord. Shalom.